Go to the moon. Go to the moon. Go to the moon.
I know y'all see Bay, man. She's mine. You've been here since I first started. You know moi. Big fan of Kaycyy. TW 2050 being one of my favorite pieces of the year when it comes to sound design and uniqueness. The Sun also being one of my favorite songs this year. Thought it was really beneficial for Kaycyy to get that co-sign from a producer as big as Gesaffelstein in terms of putting more eyes on him. Because although I think his musical palette hasn't fully formed yet, and I think that's due to the fact that he's been having to be in the center of everybody else's creative process, because whether it's Kanye on Donda, Travis Scott, Lil Wayne, he's in the background with a lot of these artists and curating things for them. And not necessarily for himself. And I still think with him being behind the scenes so much and passing off a lot of his creative ideas, he has a more intriguing appeal and a more genre bending style than most. I don't know what to expect from this project because Kaycyy let it be known that these are just build-ups into an album that's gonna come out later this year. This is just a mixtape, but I'm not believing the album's coming until I get a date, a clear-cut date, because it been seeming like y'all niggas been hanging around Kanye too much. This shit was supposed to drop June 27th. June 27th. So you know what I did as a fan of Kaycyy's music? I took off work expecting you to drop, only to realize that there's no mixtape. You know what I'm saying? I rolled over in the bed. I'm saying I'm happy as hell that I don't gotta go to work. But I'm sad now because the album isn't out and I'm just sitting at home not doing shit. Can't start this already, man. You just got here. I'm going into this project pretty blind. I don't know anything. I haven't heard anything. Like I said, I don't know what to expect from this project because his last project was devoid of drums and it sounded great. Cover cool, not really nothing crazy. It reminded me of that Kid Cudi Bullet to Heaven joint. 27 minutes. It's gonna be quick. Track 1, Look What I Found, featuring Lancey Fox. I hope I said that right. I've heard of Lancey Fox. They call him the UK Cardi, right? That's what they call a UK Cardi. Today I seriously thought about killing you. I contemplated. Premeditated murder. The song didn't even start yet. The Kanye influence like literally just pour out of this nigga. Is Mike Dean on the credits? Because I know he was the original one to construct these synths for I Thought About Killing You. I feel like I'm walking in a pretty forest.
Those songs, first was now, not fairgrounds. They left me with no way, but look what I found. Look what I Look what I found, look that round. I let off the pill and I call up the man, I'll tell him it's my town. The baby ain't ego and ain't no attending me, find out. Look what I found, you have to kick up with you, look what I found.
What?
Hotel room right by the stadium, I hit the touchdowns, don't hang up in the price now. My clothes cost like that.
That bass came in ugly as hell.
Look what I found, yeah, we started promotion, disturbing the peace.
They got that little drill feel to it. I like the first part of this track way better than the second part. They really could have left that second half off because it sounds like a beat that I've heard plenty of times. Trap drums with a little bit of violin behind it. Ever since Donda, Kaycyy's been running with this sound that Kanye cultivated when creating Donda. Because even with him going outside the box on a project like TW 2050, it seems like he always comes back to this sound. The transitions between the two instrumentals kind of threw me off too. It sounded a little off kilter. Kind of seemed like they forced the two beats together rather than having them come together smoothly or playing off the instrumentation that was on the first part of the record. I like the first half, but you can keep the second. Track 2, Replay.
Destruction, domination.
Give me more, not less. Give me more, not less. Give me more, not less. When I'm in the club, go straight to the DJ. I'm tired of domestic and wait to fight PJ. Just shot it for Nessa. She gave me replay.
Fuck is going? Well, he kind of scared me at the beginning. Like he scared me. Beat though, it's like a video game sample. These heavy ass trap. Like what the fuck? The Cardi influence is there. We clearly see that from the production to the vocals. Him even switching his vocals from light to dark. That's all Cardi right there. But I like how he does it in his own way where he stretches the vocals out so long. Like. Give me more, not less. Give me more, not less.
Whatever state, I'ma find me a plug. Ain't run out of fun, ain't run out of drugs. We'll make it on the floor, bro, got a new gun. Everything that we pussy, try if you want. Give me more, not less. Give me more, not less. You know I'm coming. You know I'm coming. You know I'm
Even though this sound identical to some shit that would be on a whole lot of red, I love that album just based on the fact that it was something that we haven't heard before. A lot of people in the mainstream want to ask, where's Cardi's influence? It's right here. The underground is filled with it. Because I can count on 50 in my hands how many beats I've heard identical to this or identical to something off Whole Lotta Red after it dropped. I can't count on 50 hands how many times I've heard a beat like this before Whole Lotta Red dropped. So I have to say, like, this is all Cardi right. The production carried it for me. His vocals, I like his vocals on the track. Based on the first two tracks, the idea I had is getting pushed even further for me. About how I don't know what to expect from Kaycyy because I haven't gotten anything like this from him. Replay, playlist. Track 3, Shoutouts. Oh, wow. Oh, my God. Don't take the bass out.
She don't even know what it is. Poor mama in her heart.
Nah.
She just wanted fatty. Ain't nothing I'm saying. Spark up and forget it. Shout out to the trenches.
I gotta tweet this. I'm sorry. I gotta tweet this song. Better not be shit better than this too, because I don't want to post twice. This joint started so beautiful. It didn't even need no drums. If you ask me, you could have kept the drums off this joint. Track 4, How? Yeah.
Don't take a nail. I'm walking out. That's standing up. That's how I feel. I don't care about wrong or right. Maybe not tonight. If you show them the ingredients, I know that they gon'
Right? Oh.
I know one thing. I know one that's super special. I been drinking too much, but I need to bring that shit to life.
It seems like Kaycyy has more control of his voice because that's one of the gripes I had with Kaycyy early on. Not early on, but a few months ago. Even though I like how he stretches and utilizes his vocals with or without auto-tune, it did kind of sound like he was all over the place on prior projects. It didn't really sound like he was in control of the track. It always felt like the production was kind of guiding him. But then you look at a track like this, he's totally in pocket so far. I ain't done with the song yet. So far, he in pocket. It's still not perfect in my opinion, but what I can say is it's unique and different.
If a stranger fuck my bitch, I can't be mad, cause I don't know him. If a stranger took my bread and ran off with it.
If a stranger fuck your bitch, you can't be mad because you don't know him. I gotta agree with him. I think the gray area in between the two choices of pulling up or staying your ass in the house, it really does just depend on if you know the dude or not. Like I'm not pulling up on dude if I don't know you. It's just that simple. I really had to think about that. I'm not wasting my energy to go beat you up so you can fuck my bitch again. And the sad part is, even if you do win, you still on the losing side because you already had the prize before this fight was even set up. You know what I'm saying? You already had it, but you know it didn't belong to you. Kaycyy been mentioning a lot on here that he's different from everybody, and he hit his stake. The confidence is fully there when it comes to Kaycyy now. You can just tell because on this project, he's experimenting with new things with his voice, production. Seems like he's more comfortable in trying to push the boundaries of his already futuristic sound. I love when artists drop projects where they're right on the cusp of being mainstream, because I can already tell you right now, Kaycyy's going mainstream, whether it's this year, next year. I think his sound is so powerful and so unique and futuristic that I feel like the industry has no choice but to give him his recognition. Like, I don't think his peers, music lovers, the industry, I don't think they're going to be able to ignore this kind of music. It's too layered. It's too unique. It's too innovative for this to be swept under the rug. I like in this track how he's speaking his dreams into fruition. It's coming off as an affirmation. As far as overall sonically, I probably won't go back to this song too often. It's a little bit too slow for my taste. Or I'm not gonna say slow for my taste because I like slow shit. I like the breaks in the production. I like the vocal sample they added at the end there. But it's just certain things in the production that I like. I don't like the entirety of the song. Track 5, Hold You Up, featuring Anastasia and Stephen Bamidel. Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, I like this already. Already, I like it.
You call me out there, but just let it rain. Rescue you from the feet. I can be a leg, feeling weak. I mean everything I said.
Them melody just made me melt. I don't know who that is on the hook. I'm guessing that's Anastasia. She need to go harder, man. She need to go harder. Come on, let it out. Cause it sounds like she got a good voice. It doesn't sound like it's too much effect over it. It sounds more natural than you know, a lot of other women out here. It seems like they're trying to go for that soulful Lauryn Hill, Erykah Badu vibe, but I just feel like her voice isn't strong enough to carry that presence.
Baby, concentrate, cause it can all be gone in just one day.
Facts.
If anyone's serious, baby, it's me. Your wishes ain't too far from my reach.
Bro, if anybody's serious, it's not you. You gonna stop doing this because y'all niggas keep flip-flopping. What side of the fence are y'all on? Are y'all a bachelor? Or are y'all, you know, in the kitchen cooking? Which one are y'all? You know, you can't be a house husband and be in the streets. It's gonna be a long year for these artists because I'm tired of these niggas lying. I lied. That voice grew on me. I don't even know if it's her voice anymore. I don't know if that's Kaycyy or Anastasia. I don't know who that is. But it grew on me. Real soulful track from Kaycyy. This project is coming off more and more like a compilation instead of or EP instead of an actual project or an album, and I'm expecting that because that's what he told us ahead of this. And honestly, I'm not too mad at it because I mean, yeah, these are throwaways, but I'm going in the trash can to get them. This is how you know Kaycyy be stretching his vocals. This song almost 4 minutes, and he only got one verse on here. Track 6, Rain, featuring O Shea.
All what I feel, show you I'm here. That was a shit, rain was fall, rain was fall.
That reverb so smooth.
Rain was fall, rain was call me when you wish to.
The reason I think a lot of people gravitate to Kaycyy in the industry, I would say not just us as fans, but actual other artists, is because I think Kaycyy is one of those creators, not just artists, but one of those creators that you can just hand a blank sheet of paper and he's going to give you something incredible. You know what I mean? Whether that's a song, whether that's any type of art. And you can just tell the way he constructs his songs. One track after another on here, everything is totally different. Everything from the base of the production to where he places his vocals. Oh my God. She's amazing, bro. She ain't saying shit. I don't know what he was doing at the end of that track right there, but you definitely need to get that back to Travis Scott. There's too many niggas out here biting that from him. Kaycyy I put in the same box vocal-wise as somebody like Vorian, where they have that voice where it comes off somewhat robotic. Post Malone kind of has that too, where that rich reverb they put over their vocals. Sometimes I like that, sometimes I don't. I felt like it was a little too strong on this track coming from Kaycyy. O Shea though. I gotta listen to her album. I haven't listened to it yet, but that's coming though. I'm just speaking on what I heard from her first project. Not incredible, but good. Definitely innovative. She definitely has her own sound. Good music, definitely got one because you can tell she's a creative person. I feel like those are the people that make the best artists. Not people that are money hungry, but people that actually care about the art. And O Shea is one of them people. And I feel like when you collide, you know, artists like these, Kaycyy, O Shea, Kanye, Tyler, the Creator. I know I went off the rails right there by naming legends and people that are at the top of the game, but I'm just naming people that care about the actual music of it all and not just the music business. I love the aura of the track though. So many elements of production in this one. I wasn't even sure where it was going after a certain time. Where they added the nose drums at the end. I felt that was crazy. I don't know whose idea that was, but I love you. Track 7, Borrow.
Borrow the clothes, yeah, shawty don't never wanna leave. She wanna borrow my home. Last nigga gave me some leaves. With me, she expecting the rolls. When you borrow my lingo, borrow my words, do you know what it means? On another level. If I'm late, yeah, set my seat at the table. I'm having my way out of states. Yeah, I've been embarrassed.
This shit made me want to pop lock.
Borrow the rolls, yeah. Last nigga gave me some leaves. With me, she expecting the rolls.
I'm really a big fan of that track on first listen. It just sounds like something I've already heard before, even from Cardi or from Uzi. From the production to him conforming to a flow that was popular in 2017. But yeah, this track is just too similar to A lot of things that I've heard in the past. It's not too innovative. It seems a little bit simplistic. I feel like him going to production like this or overusing this production is going to make more people compare him to his contemporaries, to his peers, or even people that's above him, because you're doing a sound that's already quote unquote popular and already somebody else's style. So I would like to see him venture off from a lot of this production, even though I like it every now and then. I just don't want this to be his primary setting. Track 8, New Rules.
Too many pretenders, they trying to get blow. Two bitches acquainted, I had to get so wrong. Yeah, baby, sit down and some know me. I check what you.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, Kaycyy got one of the best ad-libs in the game right now. Even though it's yeah, like niggas can really just say yeah in 25 different ways and it sound hard, just as long as the verse is hard. I was talking about this in my last review when I was going over the Post Malone album with The Weeknd and Drake. You know, they say yeah and it sound hard. You know what I'm saying? Why is people stealing? Why are people stealing? I can see why, because that shit works.
When I put everything in my hands and I feel like I'm Kobe. She'll never be mine when she chooses. Whatever the deal, I'm with it. On the morning, she creep. On the morning, she creep.
Come on!
Feel like I can make my own rules. Bring them bitches by the tools. Glad I check came too. Wanna still never know. Truth be told, this will never be done.
Nah.
Feel like I can make my own
Nah.
rules.
Yeah. 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 Playlist. That might have just ruined the whole song for me, bro. Took a while for that song to pick up for me, but when it transitioned into that hook, another track displaying Kaycyy's newfound confidence. I can make my own rules, bringing in bitches by the tools. Yeah. As soon as I say I want him to move away from track production, he makes something like this. The mid part of this record, I don't know what he did, but that pocket he was in, like, he found it. On this song, he mentions a little bit about the obstacles that have been put up in his way. He talks about how a lot of people didn't believe in him at a certain point, and still probably don't believe in him now. But I don't think any of that shit is gonna move a real authentic artist. So yeah, song fire. Track 9, Needed for Something. I'm always needed for something, bitch.
I can stand, need me for something. I can stand, need me. Look how we standing for something, like stay up. I can shine.
You already said that on here. You literally said that bar on here already. I heard it.
Bigger than me, bigger than who? Come walk in my shoes, out of my reach. I fought my demons face to face and then I dropped them in bleach. I know some niggas fighting cases that they probably won't beat. The world bigger than the city we was raised in. I'm thankful cause my lyrics to me play.
How do you just transition like that?
I'm coming.
Decent outro for the project, especially pertaining to the compatibility between the tracks and having a constant theme throughout. Even though it's built somewhat like a compilation project, I think Kaycyy did a good job of trying to keep a consistent theme. On this track, he's telling us a little bit about his come up and the demons that he had to fight. He said he drowned them in bleach, so obviously he got over them. And this project definitely sounds like he did just that, and where it sounds like he's in a good place. There's not too much depressing material on this project. I really don't think there's any, to be honest, except for him bringing up the bad times in the past. I honestly think this is a great warm-up for whatever Kaycyy has coming for us, because these songs was good, like really good, but you can tell they were throwaways. I think the overall theme of this project, if there is one, coincides with the title Get Used to It, because I put a lot from his lyrics when he's talking about I'm here to stay, I'm thankful my lyrics took me places, I can make my own rules. All of this shit pretty much balling up into I'm that nigga, and I know I'm that nigga, and I'm here to stay, so get used to it. I think that was the overall statement that he was trying to get across with this project, because it's not formulated like anything that's supposed to be too conventional or safe. And I like that about this project, because it is a mixtape, and he could have very well played it safe, even though he's not a big artist and people aren't really expecting anything from him. I think Kaycy's writing gets better with every project. He gets more innovative with every project. You always get different sounds, different elements of production. Like, I'm excited for the album. Like, I really don't care about this, to be honest. Like, I like the songs on here, but I really don't care about this, because I really want to know what that debut album is going to sound like, because it's so many things he can do with it. He has a lot of connections, whether it's with Kanye, Travis, on the people I named in the beginning of this video. He got a lot of connections. He wrote for a lot of people, so I'm expecting them to help him out on his debut project. He keeps saying it's coming. I believe you. Well, no, I don't believe you. because you lied about this one. But yeah, man, that's Kaycyy. Get used to it. I like GUTI better. I like saying GUTI better. Damn, that would have been a hard album title, bro. GUTI, bro. You used it for a mixtape. Y'all, appreciate y'all. Let me know what y'all think about the project. I know I got a lot of Kaycyy supporters that subscribe to me too. So I want to see what y'all think about the project. TW 2050, I still feel like I'm going to listen to more than this, just because there's 3 tracks and there's 3 tracks that you can't deny. And even though I like tracks on here like Rain, Shoutouts, what was another one, New Rules, I still can find a lot of elements about these songs that I don't like. And I feel like that's the downside of having so many elements of production inside of one track. You never know how its sound is going to transition into the next one. So that's why I love Kanye so much, because this nigga really mastered that shit. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy was nothing but that, and every song was great. So, you know, Kaycyy, I don't know if you can do that, but let me know if you can come close. Love y'all, appreciate y'all. You already know how we do it. If you like the video, like the video. If you want to subscribe, subscribe. We out here, man. We out here. We out here. Yeeehhhhh.
Give me more, not less. Give me more, not less. Give me more, not less.